I'm good. Please stand and join me in a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, as we are gathered here to celebrate our accomplishments thus far, as well as all the new beginnings we each embody, I would like to take a moment to pray over all those gathered here today. Our families, friends, those loved ones who are no longer with us but present today in our hearts, our teachers, administrators, and of course, our graduates. Lord, I pray especially for my classmates and I. I pray that you guide us as we step out into the real world. Grant us the wisdom, courage, and strength to excel in each of our distinct dreams and aspirations, the kindness to always look out for others, and the faith to always turn our hearts back to you. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be followed by the National Anthem performed by the Canyon High School Choir. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched with so gallantly stream, and the rockets' red flare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Okay. Good morning and welcome to Canyon High School's class of 2016 graduation ceremony. My name is Robert Dibello. For those of you who have had classes with me over the years, brace yourself. I'm probably going to talk more in this speech than I have in my entire high school experience. Today, our commencement day is a day of many firsts. Is the first day of a whole new chapter in all of our lives. Is the first significant milestone for each of us that will have a dramatic effect on our future. And it will be the first and most likely the last time we are all together as the class of 2016 under the same roof. Graduation is an achievement that is honored, respected, and recognized by the rest of society. And we have all worked hard to get to this moment. So enjoy your accomplishments and what we are all part of today. Take in every moment, but remember, we didn't get here on our own. We have God, family, friends, mentors, the CHS staff, and the best principal in the world, Mr. Brad Brown, to thank for getting us to this point. On behalf of my class, I would like to thank everyone, parents, grandparents, friends, and teachers, everyone that has come to show their support today and share in our joy. So again, without dragging on any longer, welcome to the class of 2016 graduation ceremony, and may the force be with you.
Good morning. Oh, too loud? Oh. Before I begin, I would just like to say what a privilege it is to deliver the opening remarks at the graduation ceremony for the class of 2016. Sitting before us is a group of truly outstanding and good-hearted young adults whom I am fortunate to call my peers. Class of 2016, take a moment to reflect upon how 13 years of schooling, from kindergarten to 12th grade, adding up to about 2,340 days, is all culminating into this moment that will end quicker than the regretful 2.5 hours you spent watching Batman versus Superman. Another thing to consider is how a little more than 1/3 of the days of your life were spent at school, which doesn't sound right for a place that feels like a second home. Well, maybe home isn't the word you would choose to describe school, a place with algebra and bathroom passes. But for all 515 of us, our time at Canyon has been filled with the growth, lessons, and emotions you would find in a home. And that is why graduation day is such a special event. It is on this day we celebrate those accomplishments, friendships, skills, and effort that have been part of not just these 4 years, but all 13. Graduation is also about honoring those who got us here. Mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, tios, tias, whomever it was that was with us before and after those school bells rang. Thank you for pushing your babies to this special day. Teachers, you too have been guardians to us, and the knowledge and character you have cultivated will not go unappreciated. Looking out into this auditorium right now, I see the faces of people who have varied and meaningful experiences from these years of education, and also those who are the ones who shaped these cherished memories. No words can do justice to the pride and gratitude felt in this room. As significant as the past 4 years in high school have been, I know many of you are already imagining the future before you, or anxiously coming to terms with its approach. Whatever stage you're in, I believe much wisdom can be found in the words of one of the greatest minds of our time, Drizzy Drake. Seniors, remember, we started from the bottom, now we're here, graduating from high school, and when inevitably we're confronted with the difficulties and uncertainties in the next stage of life, know yourself, know your worth. Class of 2016, it has been an honor to be one of your members and to speak to you on this most wonderful of days. Congratulations and thank you.
Hello. At this time, I would like to introduce the Comal Independent School District Board President, Mr. Steve Smith, to introduce members of the Comal Independent School District Board of Trustees who are on stage.
Thank you very much, Benny, and congratulations, graduates and parents. A very special day. The volunteers that serve your Board of Trustees are elected from single-member districts. And even though we represent only a tiny corner of the district, we're charged with representing all the schools within the district. But the beauty of having been elected from a single-member district is I can stand up here and say that I truly believe you are the best of all the rest. So thank you all. I'll begin by introducing someone who shares that sentiment, our Board Vice President, Mr. Cody Miller. Board Treasurer, Amy Friend. Trustee Lori Schley. And Trustee Marty Bartlett. I speak for the entire Board of Trustees in saying we very much appreciate the privilege to represent each and every one of you and are very proud of you graduates. Go Canyon.
Members of the Comal Independent School District Administration are Mr. Kim, Superintendent. Mr. John Montalongo III, Assistant Superintendent of School Support Services. Mrs. Carrie Gain, Assistant Superintendent, Curriculum and Academic Services. Mr. Corby Wunderlich, Executive Director of Secondary Schools. Mrs. Joni Coker, Executive Director of Elementary Schools. Members of the Canyon High School Administration and Counseling staff are Brad Brown, Principal. Karen Stevens, Academic Dean. Amy Burns, Assistant Principal. Mark Oberholzer, Assistant Principal. Kelly Avriet, Freshman Counselor. Dr. Kyle Wolfsberg, Assistant Principal. Chris Carpenter, Sophomore Counselor. Michelle Lopez, Lead Counselor. Regina Mills, Junior Counselor. Fareed Nasser, Senior Counselor. Teresa Ricker, Testing Coordinator. Mary Marchetti, Academic and Career Advisor. Deanna Cruz, Social School Worker. Carolina Navarro, Communities and Schools. And our Teacher of the Year, Michelle Kale. Thank you all, and congratulations to the class of 2016.
Yes. All right. I must apologize. I'm a little sick, a little under the weather, so bear with me, please. Hi. I have to give a speech now. So, graduates, catch up on the sleep that you should be missing tonight when you're out partying, if you'd like. I'm going to do all my shameless shout-outs and plugs at the end, and I will wake you up in time for Maike's speech, so you're welcome for that. Mr. Brown, peace be upon him, informed me that the salutatorian speech is traditionally a look back over the past 12 years or so. This will not quite be that. If you would have liked to hear that speech, then I apologize. You should have worked hard enough yourself to be sitting here or standing here giving this speech. My face usually gives away the very closely guarded secret that I'm not the biggest fan of high school out of all of us. This is quite different, though, from saying that I didn't enjoy the last 4 years here. I've made so many friends. I'll give her a shout out later. For those of us who did not disrupt, act foolish, fail to do our work in an acceptable manner, or turn it in, for that matter, we've also gained support through all of our teachers for those important times when we'll need letters that describe our merits. So, let's discuss what merit actually is then. Merit is, of course, the worth of your character and your actions. Merit is not something you get for free, nor do you deserve it because you breathe. No person has ever deserved something for which no amount of work was actually done. If you're here graduating by the skin of your teeth and the grace of your teachers over there who don't want to see you again, at least not in one of their desks, you were not entitled to the grades that you begged for on the last day of the 6 weeks, because let's be honest, who actually checked their grades before the last day of the 6 weeks? Please. When most of us look for jobs in the near future, hopefully, we will not be hired based on the skills that we do not possess, nor the work that we have not done. This was the time to develop your work ethic for free and with very low risk, so I hope you used it. Let us now discuss our parents. Yes, the terrible parents who expected us to do our homework, to go to school, and yes, the very same parents who demanded so rudely of us that we contribute in some small way to our own meals, or the maintenance of our houses, or other horrible things. How dare they want us to have bright prospects for our future? How dare they try to prevent us from making the same mistakes they did? What right do they have to stay up with us during the long, long hours of the night to help us with projects that we should have started sometime before 8 hours before they were due? And by what tyrannical authority should they try to teach us, we who already know everything they're going to tell us, of course, some sort of right and wrong before we go out into the world and have to decide for real on our own? Oh, the humanity of it all, that those parents who showed such admirable restraint by not putting us all in baskets and sending us floating down the Guadalupe 18 years ago would wish for us a better life than they have had so far. How terrible. One last tip before all of my obligatory thank yous and shout outs. Please get off your phones. Unplug, disconnect, power down, whatever the case may be. Why should your followers or your friends care about what you're doing if you can't care enough to live in the moment and experience it all the way, thoroughly? You could be in the middle of a moment like no other in your life, and you wouldn't care because a song came on that you've already heard 3 times today on Shuffle, or one of the couple of thousands of pages you follow on Instagram just posted a picture of them doing something cool. I do not understand this obsession with living vicariously through others that's grown with the rise of technology and social media. It's meant to enhance our lives, not to stop them so we can go live someone else's. Go live your own life. Now, for the most exciting part, this is when you should wake up. First, to all of our teachers, to those of you retiring after more than 30 years, and to those biding their time to do the same, thank you for everything. No one could be here without you. To the administration, the counselors, the assistant principals, former and current, both former academic deans who can never be replaced, the front office staff who, let's be honest, actually run the school, you keep this place alive. Samantha Lewis, my darling, I'm sure you look very nice under these terrible red robe things. And to the school board and Mr. Kim, thanks. To Miss Chelsea Merrill, who could unfortunately not be with us today, though she planned to be. And finally, to the big man himself, there has never been, is not, nor will there ever be another principal on the same plane of existence as Brad B. Rad Brown. Graduates, enjoy your life, please. You only get one shot. C'est la vie, etc., etc. And always remember, be rad is rad.
Good morning. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Maike, and I'm kind of an imposter Texan. I was actually born in Boston and raised in Rhode Island. It wasn't until a few weeks before the end of 8th grade that I learned my family was bound for a terrifying land I had only heard of in movies, Texas. Quite frankly, I thought I was moving to a desert. You know, I would live in a shack off a dirt road, I wouldn't have running water, there would be tumbleweeds in my backyard, I would ride a horse to school, and everybody would speak in so thick a Texas drawl that I wouldn't comprehend a thing they said. I was terrified. Fortunately for me, New Braunfels is most definitely not a desert. In fact, it's nowhere close. That said, it is very different from New England. And so I present to you all lessons learned from Texas. I hope you'll find that they're applicable to your lives and futures as well. Perhaps the first thing I noticed about Texas was the bugs. Long-legged, mandibled, stinger-wielding monstrosities. The bugs down here are the size of New England's mammals. That said, I was relieved to discover that the majority of them can still be killed with a flip-flop. These creepy crawlies taught me not to fear the unknown, no matter how big, scary, and unfamiliar it may seem. I arrived in Texas just before the end of the 8th grade and was convinced to join the marching band. Now let's get one thing straight. The whole Friday Night Lights football game culture is unique to Texas, or at least the South. Before I got here, I had never experienced anything like it, and consequently had no idea what I was getting myself into. I was expecting an occasional parade and a few indoor rehearsals. What I got was a brutal 5-week camp of sweltering outdoor rehearsals in preparation for some feat of musicianship and athleticism that went beyond my imagination. And it's not just that it defied my expectations, it completely redefined them. The leaders had me doing all sorts of fancy footwork and drills that turned my brain inside out and made me feel like I was dying of heat exhaustion, dehydration, and lack of oxygen simultaneously. Anybody who's lived through a Texas summer needs no explanation of the intensity of a midsummer sun on the pavement of a parking lot. Throw me, an unsuspecting northerner, on the student parking lot in that heat for hours a day, and, well, I blacked out, like twice. But I learned to persevere, to not shy away from things that are really challenging, and to reach beyond my own limitations. In all of this, I learned to be optimistic, and to have faith that, even when things start out really rough, like passed out on the burning asphalt rough, they won't necessarily stay that way. I learned to trust God in all things and experienced firsthand that He has a good plan for all of us and will always come through. Right now, we are on the cusp of entering a new chapter in our lives. I know many of us have a vision in our minds of what that future will look like. The workforce, an apprenticeship, college, technical school. We can see in our mind's eye where these next steps will take us. A career, a family, a home of our own. We have expectations and plans and are hopeful for what's to come. And it's good to hope. And of course, it's important to plan. And our dreams for the future are what make us who we are. But the troublesome reality is that things may not follow our plans. Actually, they probably won't. Sorry. But by no means should that be discouraging. Right now, we have a blank slate before us. Our futures are unscripted, unrestricted, and uncorrupted. We literally have countless opportunities. Our plans encompass a few of those opportunities. The rest are left for us to find along the way, as our plans evolve or shift or outright fail. From where we are seated today, the future certainly seems daunting and maybe a little terrifying, but it is so exciting. Now, as we prepare to enter this future, don't be afraid. Remember the bugs? No matter how many legs, mandibles, stingers, and antennae they have, they don't stand a chance against the force of Las Chanclas. And that goes for our futures as well. Although they're full of mysteries and scariness, there's no need to fear the unknown. They're also full of opportunities that will go beyond your wildest dreams. Some of us have every step of the next few years anticipated and mapped out in a master plan. Some of us aren't even sure what our plans for this afternoon are. Both options are okay. Whether or not we have plans, most of us have expectations, guesses at what the future will hold. For very few of us, the future will be exactly like what we were expecting. For some, it will hold so much more than we ever could have imagined. For others, it will hold less than what we had hoped, something some might call disappointment. But what some call disappointment, I challenge you to call a simple change of plans. For the most successful people in the world are those who are flexible and resilient, who adapt to the current circumstances whether or not they look like they had initially hoped they would. Perseverance, even when things don't go according to plan, is one of the most powerful character traits in the human race. The key to perseverance is hope, optimism, and most importantly, faith. With God, there's nothing the world can throw at you from which you can't recover. For me, it was something petty. I was expecting a parade and got some sort of twisted musical boot camp. But for some of you, it will be something that will turn your entire world upside down. But even when things start out really rough, know that they don't have to stay that way. With a little bit of hope, some optimism, and a whole lot of faith, even the worst situation imaginable can eventually be turned around for good. So, whether your challenge is big or little, stand your ground, persevere, and don't shy away from things that will push you beyond your own limitations. When you look back, the challenge will seem smaller and the reward greater. So do hard things, be bold, and don't be afraid. All those lessons aside, I'm going to be really honest with you. I did not want to come to Texas. And once I got here, I was miserable. I didn't know anyone, the culture shock was real, and I missed New England something fierce. I've never been so lonely and overwhelmed in my life. But as I stand before you all today, there is nowhere I'd rather be. This town, these students, and these teachers have welcomed me with open arms. The unfamiliar halls of Canyon High School have become like a second home. These once unfamiliar faces have become like family. So, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for accepting this foreigner as one of your own and giving her a high school experience that has gone beyond her wildest dreams. So let this be a reminder and encouragement for wherever you find yourself as you depart from the halls of Canyon and enter the real world. Even if nothing is like you had planned, have hope. So go out and turn that blank slate of yours into a masterpiece. Be bold, be flexible, and don't be afraid of the unknown. Never stop taking risks and pushing yourself. And when you fail, get back up. A lack of failure is only an indication that you aren't challenging yourself enough. You have countless opportunities before you, and you have the potential to impact the world in amazing ways. Go find an opportunity that brings you joy, change your plans as you go, and make a difference in this world of ours. And, as always, keep it classy, Canyon. Thank you.
I think red is rad today, so looking good out there, class of 16. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, it's an honor for me to recognize the students who have achieved the high honor of valedictorian and salutatorian for the class of 2016. The students will come forward when their names are called. The salutatorian for the class of 2016 is Mr. Seamus Kellen Murphy. I know I can get these over.
Okay, all right. All right. Weighing me down.
And the valedictorian for the class of 2016 is Miss Maike Lynn Morrison. Mr. Kim, President Smith, and members of the Board of Trustees, I hereby certify that Canyon High School seniors here present have completed all state and local requirements and are eligible to receive a diploma. It is my pleasure at this time to present these candidates to you. The seniors who are sitting before you today will be individually introduced and will proceed forward in order to receive their diploma. Today, conferring the diploma will be the members of the Comal Independent School District Board of Trustees and the Canyon High School administration. So here we go. Cannon Ray Ocker. Sally Tamara Acosta Perez. Sadie Addington. Tucker Luke Addington. Corbin Stone Atkins. Dalton James Albrecht, magna cum laude. Nicole Michelle Albrecht. Sorry about that. Zachary Ryan Alcock. Okay, I'll do you again there. Can you get that happening? Go. Zachary Ryan Alcock. Christiana Alcorta. Devin Joseph Blake Alexius. Justin Asher Allred. Christian Patrick Alvis. Christina Maria Alviso. Hannah Love Anderson. Terry Brenda Lynn Anderson, summa cum laude. Michael Seth Altman. Myra Avila. Riley Millie Bailey, not you. Alexander Josiah Baldwin. Kobe Tyler Banks. Claudia Elizabeth Barboza, cum laude. Tanner Scott Barnett. Morgan Ruth Barr. I'm sorry. Brianne Ray Barrow. Parker Terrence Batkins. Evan Wayne Batten. Carl Shelgren Bauman. Go ahead, bud. Go ahead. Nathaniel Gregory Bombach. Darian Creighton Bear, cum laude. Karen Adrian Becerra Velasquez. Justin Lee Betchka, summa cum laude. Brock William Becker. Lane Hayes Belanger, magna cum laude. Joshua Nathaniel Bender. Samantha Taylor Bennett. Erica Lee Burge. Gregory Allen Bilkey, magna cum laude. Ryan Levi Bishop. Madeline Elise Bloxam. Christopher Matthew Bain. Bliss Borden. Taylor Matthew Boyd, cum laude. Scott Elliott Bradley. Tykeithrin Lamar Bradshaw. Jillian Lee Breeden. Kendall Ryan Brewster. Alexander Cade Brock. Austin Cooper Brock. Parker Elliott Brockman. Caitlin McKenzie Brown. Isaac Clay Bryan. Kendall Noel Bergen. Bryce Burns. Jeremy Lane Burton. Hayden Michael Bush. Alexis Nicole Bustos. Sergio Bustos. Joseph John Cacciani. Amy K. Camareno. Megan Jean Camareno. Marie Elena Campos. Alexis Cano. Micah John Carey. At City Ayali Carrasco. Kyra All. Carrillo All. Rachel Elizabeth Carroll. Caitlin Casillas. Carlos Javier Castaneda. Andrew Castilleja. Brooke Ashley Castilleja. Sabrina Danielle Castillo. Alexis Renee Caesar. Haley Brianne Chance. Jose Gerardo Chapa Jr. Addison Claire Chase. Tyler Chassie. Jeremiah Christopher Chavez. Rebecca Raven Chavez. Adriana Jasmine Cherry. James Hunter Childress. Colin Earl Crest. Colin Rain Kuje. Hunter Allen Cleary, magna cum laude. Aaliyah Chantal Clinton. Kayla Cochran, summa cum laude. Micah Thomas Cosita. Hunter James Cole. Jessica Lynn Coleman, cum laude. Edwin John Contreras. Mackenzie Joy Cook. Ryan Richard Cook. Catherine Grace Corbin. Jesse Condero Gonzalez. Christian Tyler Correll. Sheree Elise Covington. Shara Elise Covington. Clayton James Cretell. Felicitas Cuellar. Andrew Thomas Dallas. Kenny Damian. Catherine Emily Hope Davis. Lydia Nicole Dawkins. Dylan Kyle Day, summa cum laude. Logan Ryan Day, cum laude. Jordan Hopkins DeGroot. Peyton Avery Delamain. Carlos Stephen Delgado. Robert Rene Dibello, summa cum laude. Austin Michael Dietert. Haley Wynn Doe. Christian Isaiah Drake. Mackenzie Adam Duncan. Gloriana Louise Durbin. Kristen Denise Duran, cum laude. Darian Jewel Elliott. Erica Addington Emmons, summa cum laude. Sydney Lynn English, summa cum laude. Xavier Ramon Espinosa. Nicholas George Escada, magna cum laude. Cole Thomas Estes, cum laude. Zachary Ray Facundo. Mackenzie Nova Fegler, cum laude. Riley Dylan Fellers. Alexis Ray Ferguson, cum laude. Gabriel Josiah Fields. Janora Desiree Fisher. Stephen Mitchell Flatt. Jenna Michelle Flexner. Regine Deshanae Foster. Mackenzie Frazier. Michaela Renee Frazier. Angela Dawn Friesenhahn. Corey Jacob Friesenhahn. Taylor Gabriel, magna cum laude. Abigail Elizabeth Gomez, cum laude. Jasmine Marie Gomez. Jackie Garcia, cum laude. Adam Isaac Garcia. Amanda Veronica Garcia. Annalie Marie Garcia. Manuel Garcia. Sydney Marie Garcia. Gracie Alicia Garcia. Joe Anthony Garcia. Leonardo Alberto Garcia. Mason Andrew Garcia, magna cum laude. Roy Garcia. Zachary Victor Garcia. Nate Gentry. Eli Gillis. Edwin Giron. Joaquin Nunez Gomez. Juan Ivan Gomez. Julian Alexandro Gomez. Andrew Jacob Gonzalez. Xavier George Gonzalez. Zachary Paul Gonzalez. John Paul Gonzalez. Grant Allen Graham. Josie Graham. Brianna Kaylin Green. Chelsea Erin Guerrero. Damian Alexander Guevara. Joseph Patton Philip Gutierrez Garcia. Christian Alejandra Gutierrez. Lucas William Goots, cum laude. Gavin Clay Hadlock. Ashley Sierra Hegley. Matthew William Hand. Nathan Roy Harrison. Abigail Catherine Haskell. Mason Lewis Hawkins. Ryan Jacob Hawkins, summa cum laude. Luke Christian Heisey. Trevor Stephen Helmke. Charles Bailey Henderson. Brian Hernandez. Adrian Hernandez. Alejandra Hernandez. Fatima Hernandez. Jerry Dwayne Hernandez. Juan Miguel Hernandez. Lauren Haley Hernandez. Mario Trinidad Hernandez. Wilson Hernandez. Jacqueline Hernandez. Luis Andrew Herrera. Kaylee Hannah Hirsch. Joshua Spencer Heslop. Kaylin Maddie Hester. Shandon Hicks. Colin Davis Hill. Lauren Nicole Hills. Alexander Ray Hines. Zoe Weymouth Hingley. Trenton Eldon Hoffman. Kay or Kai? Kay? Sydney Kai Holder. Jordan Isaiah Holmes. Chase S. Holt. Ethan Riley House. Peyton Graham Howell. She's not here. Mondo Huerta. Ryan Pruitt Hug, magna cum laude. Erin Marie Hunter, magna cum laude. Peyton Wayne Hunsinger, magna cum laude. Dana Christina Huth. Madison Gofia Jackson. Alexander Christian Jans. Jacob Anthony Halamo. Kaylee Danae Jameson. Krista Renee Jameson. Larry Jesse Jasek. Erica Lee Hasso, cum laude. Jacqueline Camille Johnson, summa cum laude. Khalid Shakur Johnson. Stephanie Lynn Johnson. Ayana Nichelle Jones Villarreal. Bryce Wade Jones. Colton Wade Kazmarek. Kelsey Lynn Keene. Taylor Leanne King. Martha Elias Clausen. Brannon Jacob Catrola. Kerrigan Lynn Krieger, summa cum laude. Austin Michael Lacey, cum laude. Erin Elizabeth Lamoureux. Priscilla Noemi Lara Gallegos. Kayla Rajane Lara, magna cum laude. Janie Beatrice Leal. Lance LeBron. Heather Nicole Lee. Alyssa Rain Lalure, magna cum laude. Jacob William Letexier, 1 year perfect attendance. Sammy Lewis, summa cum laude. Morgan Ashley Leisman. Christian Leonard Livide. Juan Diego Loera. Leanne Nicole Lomas. Rosa Maria Lomas. Connor Allen Longmire. Luis Lopez. Mark Anthony Lopez. Nicholas Lopez. Sapphire Marie Lopez. Ruby Lozano. Emmanuel Isaac Luera. Olivia Shareen Luna. Justin Taylor Lynch. Thomas Braxton Lyons. Thank you. Brittany Brianna Macias, I'm sorry. Christian Marcelino Maldonado. Jasmine Lilia Maldonado. Jesse Gabriel Maldonado. Karen Ann Maltby. Eric Mar Worley. Brianna Margison. Darren Kyle Margraves. Marcus Antonio Maureen cum laude. Jose Angel Marino Vega. Matthew Joseph Maru. Javen Scott Martin. Alida Louise Martinez. Annalisa Monique Martinez. Fernando Jose Martinez. Caleb Manuel Martinez. Mark Anthony Martinez. Miguel Angel Martinez. Xavier Martinez. Aubrey Renee Maynard. Joseph Patrick McCabe. Nancine Annalie McClure, magna cum laude. Brandon Cole McDearman. Edward Ross McDonald, summa cum laude. James Leo McDonald. Shady Ashton McDonald. Brandon Lee McElroy. Aaron Thomas McGarry. Harley Noel McGowan. Madison Ray McCain. Cody Zachary McMillan. Kelsey Taylor Meek. Catherine Elizabeth Mahaffey. D'Angelo Mendez. Fernando Mendieta. Ryan Patrick Michael. Keaton Jean Milford. Bailey June Minor, magna cum laude. Jess Marie Mirabal. Mateo Rolando Miranda. William Mobley. Alexandra Marie Molina Hernandez. Nicholas Alexander Maupin, magna cum laude. Renata Morfin, summa cum laude. Maike Lynn Morrison, summa cum laude. Brett Stewart Morrow. Tanner Norbert Mosley. Hannah Elise Molinix, magna cum laude. Matthew Miguel Muniz. Jose Eduardo Murillo Bedola. Daniel Roberto Murillo, 1 year, perfect attendance. Kellen Seamus Murphy, summa cum laude. Dylan Harris Niver. Samantha Jean Neal, cum laude. Katie Nicole Nelson. Zachary Nelson. Abigail Alexandra Newland, summa cum laude. Chow Win Kok Win. Bailey Shea Nimps. Reyes Nino III, magna cum laude. Isis Lillian Nix. Brett Michaela Noah. Michaela Nicole Noland. Brittany Nicole Nolte. Maria Nunez. Courtney Page Oatman. Riley Joe O'Connell. Brianne Nicole Oliveras. Rebecca Kimberly Olivas. Isaiah Lee Oliver. Claudia Julissa Olivo. Diana Teresa Laura Olodio, magna cum laude. Austin Olson. Ricardo Olvera. Chelsea Ijama Omogogu. There you go. Again, Chelsea Ijama Omogogu. Elliot James Omohondro, summa cum laude. Alicia Ontiveros. Bailey Alice Opelt. Ivan Alexandro Ortega. Isaiah Daniel Ortiz. Vincent John Michael Pacilio, summa cum laude. Jacob Andreas Padilla. Zachary Jordan Padron. Aaron Michael Paredes. Molly Kate Parker, cum laude. Kira Giselle Partida. Amal Vinay Patel, 1 year perfect attendance. Jerry Patterson Jr. Kirsten K. Payne. Marilena Pacina, summa cum laude. Isis Pedraza. Hunter Elizabeth Pellick. Victoria Paige Pinsack. Jessica Penrose. Luis Angel Perez de Jesus. Leilani Ray Perez. Sandra Perez. Stephen Perez. Cynthia Marlette Perez. Shane Michael Perry, cum laude. Brennan Noel Perryman. Alyssa Nicole Peterson. Michael Benjamin Peterson. Xenophont Jimmy Pettit. Ryan Alexander Pethick. Jeffrey Darren Farr, cum laude. Lane Rylan Phillips. Tina Michelle Powell. Eric Gregory Prince. Tanner Proctor. Angel Eduardo Ramirez Gueron. Arvin Ramirez. Marco Antonio Ramirez. Ingrid Ramos. Devin Wayne Reed. Dustin Robert Reedhead. Renato Manuel Reyes. Rated Wade Richter, cum laude. Alexi Sanchez Rivera. Damian Paul Rivera. Gabriel Zachary Rivera. Christiana T. Roberts. Michaela Robledo. Jose Mitchell Robles. Laura Robles. Drew Rocha. Dionisio Dewan Rodriguez. Edward Rodriguez. Eric Anthony Rodriguez. Matilda Ann Rodriguez. Alyssa Nicole Rogers. Connor Christian Rowland. Abby May Rolwitz. Morgan James Rose. Wyatt Allen Rose. Christopher Michael Rubio. Jonathan William Rush. Avery Matthew Salick. Cesar Saldivar Ortiz. Zachary Thomas Salinas. Wyatt Lane Salisbury. Capri Victoria Salmon. Annalise Elizabeth Sanchez. Diana Laura Sanchez. Tamia Champage Sanders. Raina K. Sanders. Cameron Thomas Schultz. Zachary Glenn Schumann. Cameron Alton Scott. Olivia Marie Scott, summa cum laude. Charles Dwayne Sider. Jacob Joel Cerna. George Serrano. Nadine Sevier, magna cum laude. Ashley Nicole Shaw-Anders, magna cum laude. Timothy Christian Shook. Francesca Gabriella Short. Hannah Marie Shows. Ashley Chalin Sykes. Courtney Michaela Silkman. John Bartholomew Singleton IV. Carly Michelle Slaughter. Sierra Ann Smith. Haley Ann Smith. James Patrick Smith, summa cum laude. Jeremiah Lavick Smith. Molly Nicole Snavely. Christopher Anthony Snyder. Roxanne Katrina Soltis. Josh Soto Hernandez. Jacob Brooks Soto. Shelly May Spencer. Samuel Michael Sperling. Austin Hung Spear, magna cum laude. Clarice Elizabeth Stansel. Jacob William Stansel. William Alexander Stotzenberger. Kayla Nicole Steele. Stacy Marie Steele, cum laude. Margaret Ann Steers. Gus Stephens, summa cum laude. Joseph Alvin Stevens. Roxanne Katrina Soltis. John Luke Stewart. Virgil Victor Stockwell. Zachary Brian Stokes, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Stone. Brady Roan Storms. Michael Casey Swan. Jose Tavera Gonzalez. Martin Tavera Gonzalez. Verlicia Donita Thomas. Hunter Kyle Thompson. Grant Kekoa Tillery. Bradley Grant Timmerman. Brian Joel Timmerman. Jacob Luke Timmerman. Ryan Patrick Timone. Jose Manuel Tenajaro Gomez. Flor Asonina Tenajaro. Damian Che Luis Torres. Luis Tovar. Nu Thuto Tran. Crystal Guadalupe Trejo. Austin Allen Turner, magna cum laude. Isaiah Luis Yola. Peter Miles Uloa. Brandon Paul Yusi. Sarah Nicole Vasek, summa cum laude. Ramiro Viejo. Arturo Iban Varela. Alexander Samuel Varone. Gabriela Alexis Mariah Vasquez. Jasmine, right? Jasmine Alejandra Vela. Juan Miguel Velasquez. Idalia Velima. Louis J. Cassandra? Cassandra Villarreal. Abigail Villegas. Philip James Vineyard. Jacob Tyler Vinton. Shay Renee Vostenak. Mason Andrew Vrazel, cum laude. Chico Kurtz Wagner. Christina Kelsey Wall, cum laude. Weston Ray Walker. Dylan Caleb Albert Wallace. Jordan Renee Walsham. Desiree Caitlin Ward. Noah Warren. Kaylee Dawn Weber. Austin Kale Wheeling. Megan Michelle Welsh. Ryan Michael Wellman, Taylor Lane Wendell, Summer Marie Wesh, magna cum laude, Kurt William Wetz, Nicholas Alexander Weimers, Kaylee Elaine Wilbanks, Brandon Jeffrey Wild, Tanner Lane Williamson, McKenna Catherine Wilson, cum laude, Zachary Riedel Wilson, Brooke Nicole Wyndham, Michaela Rochelle Wing, Darby Alexis Wirt, Catherine Sora Wu, summa cum laude, Darren Tyler Wright, Caitlin Alexandra Yoder Driggers, Brianna Marie Young, Shane Lyle Zeck, and James Thomas Ziblin.
Wait till he sits down. Thank you. Hey, see.
All right. Well, I was told to keep my speech short so we can all get out of here, so I promise no Disney references from me. Class of 2016, it's all ogre now. My speech is about the things I will never forget and the memories we all share over the last 4 years together. I will never forget Mrs. Strager and her ability to draw perfect circles like it's her job, or Coach Randall and his less than fair bonus questions. I will never forget Mr. Adam and all the water breaks he gave us, or Mr. Whipke and his elegant conducting patterns. I will never forget Mrs. Kale and my amazement at how many different colloquialisms this junior class has made. I will never forget Mr. Power wearing Transformers helmet, or Mrs. Eldridge dressing up as Cleopatra for our AP World History test. I will never forget the Day brothers' farewell to Miss Blair. May your life in Vegas be fruitful. I will never forget Mr. Ray's upbeat tone, and I will never forget all the times I fell off the wagon in Mr. Anderson's class. I will never forget Miss Jones' advice to race a whiteboard up and down instead of side to side. And I'm sure none of us will forget the pep rally where Miss Guidry graced us with her elegant dance moves. I will never forget the friends I made and the hopes, dreams, and memes we shared. I will never forget my parents and my girlfriend's love, support, and immeasurable patience that they must have had to deal with all of my mental breakdowns. I will never forget Mrs. Marchetti and Mrs. Nazar for all their hard work at getting to this place today, and I will definitely never forget the principal that never failed to remind us to stay classy in all of our endeavors. Be red is red. But most importantly, if there is one thing I will never forget after these 4 years of high school, it's to do the right thing at the right time for the right reason. Congratulations, class of 2016. Enjoy your summer and have a great Canyon Day. Thanks and gig 'em.
Good morning. I'm Jill Bennett, AKA Mama Bennett, and along with Mama Baker, Jennifer Baker, we've been the class sponsors for the class of 2016. Each year it is a tradition that the senior class gives a gift to Mr. Brown as they cross the stage. This year, each student gave him a puzzle piece. And a duplicate puzzle has already been put together by some of the seniors a couple of weeks ago in our classes, and we'd like to present that today. You can turn around and show it to him. Mr. Brown, you've been the glue that's held us together. You've been the glue that's held us together, just like the glue on this puzzle. Like the individual pieces of this puzzle, each of us, the students, the faculty, and staff, have our place on campus. When we all find our places and get glued together, we can create something special and unique, much like we have the culture at Canyon High School. On behalf of the seniors of 2016, the faculty and staff, and the student body of Canyon High School, we appreciate you for being our leader and our friend. We will miss your leadership and wish you only the best in the future. The quote on this puzzle says, "We may not remember everything you said, but we will never forget how you made us feel." We love you, Canyon High School class of 2016. I think it's fair to say that the seniors whom we honor today speak for the rest of us. We do love you and will miss you. Thank you for being our glue that has held us together for the past 9 years. Canyon High School is a better place because of you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Love you. All right, man.
There you go.
Thank you. All right. I know everybody's been sitting down for a while. That's why they had to stand up to kind of stretch a little bit. But all right, now it's my turn because remember, it's your day. And so here it is, Ode to the Seniors of 2016. Here's to the seniors of 2016, the most royal of classes Canyon High School has seen. A better class a principal could not ask for, and I'm extremely proud of each of you as you walk out the door. You have experienced triumph and tragedy over the last 4 years. It's been a privilege to see you grow and persevere. As freshmen, and I will admit, you had me worried a little bit because our first pep rally, if you'll remember, all you did was sit. Sophomore year came around and your class and our school experienced a very sad tragedy, but you stepped up and became leaders and provided a clear direction for the whole school to see. As juniors, you continued that leadership positive direction. I thank you for taking on that challenge and showing for care and affection. And now as seniors, you've come and gone. You've conquered high school and you're ready to move on. But if you'll remember, over the last 4 years, we've had long talks about taking care of business, doing the right thing, and showing Cougar pride. Class of 2016, Canyon community, parents, thank you for taking me for a great ride. And so today, you close the chapter in your lives, but I know all great things out there, and all you'll do is thrive. And I better stop right now. And I thank you for the last 4 years, because if I go any further, I'll probably shed some tears. Seniors, thank you very much. You are the top-notch epitome of class and commitment. I wish you nothing but health, happiness, and success in your lives. You will always have a huge place in my heart, because as I tell everybody, once you're a cougar, you're always a cougar. Seniors, stand up, seniors. Seniors of 2016, you made it. Congratulations. You are now the class of 2016. You can move your tassels over, and alma mater.
Justin Vigo and